Welcome to the next topic, variables. Variables can store information. Variables are like a container that can hold a value. Let's see the mission number 1. Mission number 1 is to store and display your lucky number. For this task, we can use a set lucky number block to save your lucky number, and then we can use a display block to show the lucky number. We have used the display block in our previous topic. It is present here. First, we will take a set block to make a variable. The variable's name here is lucky number. Here is a number block. If we want to store a value in a variable, we will drag it and attach it to the set block. We can write here any number. Let's say it's 100. I want to print on the screen. After storing a number in a variable, we can display a number using a display block. So, we will drag the display block. Here we will use a lucky number block as we stored the number in the variable, so we will drag lucky number block and attach to the display block. Now, let's run.
Wow!
It displays 100 on the screen. We have successfully passed the mission, so let's proceed with the next mission. Mission number 2 is to change the lucky number after each move and display the final lucky number. Sometime we want to increase the number that we have displayed before. For increasing a number or for decreasing a number, we use a new block called change block. So first of all, we have to make a variable and set the value inside the lucky number. Let's drag set block here. Variable name is lucky number and value we can set using number block. Let's say it's 100. Now, we want to display the lucky number. So we will drag display block and lucky number block. After the display block, we want it to move. We will take a move forward block and then use the change number block to increment the number from 100 to 101. So for increasing a number, we will use a change block. It's up to us by how many numbers we want to increase it. Let's increase it by 1. Now, let's display it using the display block and attach the lucky number block. This time, the lucky number block has already been updated by 1. Accordingly, we will see the output. Let's hit the run button, and here we go. It displays 100 and then moves forward and displays 101.
Wow!
We have successfully done with the mission. Now we have mission number 3. It's count the steps taken by the robot to reach its goal and display it. So for this task, we are going to use the set step block to set a variable and change step block to increment or decrement the count of steps. Before increasing or decreasing, we have to set it first. So in the very beginning, it's at 0 step. So we will give the value to the steps variable as 0. Now a robot has to move, so we will take a move forward block. Now, we wanted to change the value of the steps variable as it moves forward. So, to increase the value by 1, we use a change block. We want to change it by 1. We will use again, move forward. Then again the same block change step by 1. Every time it takes a step, we are increasing the step count by 1. One more time move forward. And change the step count by 1 using change block. We have done for 2 steps. In total there are 4 steps, so again we will repeat the same task that even we can copy and paste to save the time. So it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. One last move forward and change block. Now display block to show the total count in the steps variable. So earlier the value of steps variable was 0, it became 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. Now let's run and see the output.
Wow!
It has wonderfully counted the total 4 steps we have taken. Let's move ahead with the next mission. Mission number 4 is to count the number of red balls while driving the robot to its goal. When you reach the goal, display the number of balls. This time we are going to use set red ball and change red ball block each time you command robot to pick up a ball. Whenever you pick up a ball, you change the value by 1. So the very first thing we will do is we will set the red ball value to 0 because at the beginning there is no red ball. Now robot has to take this ball. Robot has to move forward. After move forward, we will drag the pickup object block to pick up the ball. Then, we will change the value of the red ball. We will drag the change block because we want to count the red balls, so every time the robot picks up the ball, we will increment the variable by 1. Then, 2 move forward blocks, as the next ball is 2 steps away. Then we will pick up the ball and change the red ball value to 1 again. Now last move forward to reach the goal, and then display block for displaying the count of red balls. Let's run the code.
Wow!
We have successfully passed the mission. Let's move ahead with the next mission. Mission number 5. Mission number 5 is to count the number of balls while driving the robot to its goal. When you reach the goal, display the number of balls. Again, we will use display and red ball block to display the number of total red balls. Very first thing we have to take a move forward as we see the first ball is 1 step away. Then we need to pick up the ball by pickup object block. Then the next task is to set the red ball even before move forward. So we will set the red ball value to 0. In the beginning it's 0. This is called initialization. So, in the very beginning we initialize the value to 0. Now, as we pick up the first ball we have to increase the variable value by 1. We will increment the value by taking the change block. Let's take 2 move forward blocks as the next ball is 2 steps away. Now we have to pick up the object and change the value of red ball by 1 again. After that 1 move forward and take a turn to the left. The next ball is 2 steps away. So we will use 2 move forwards and the same steps. Pick up an object and increment the value by 1 using the change block. Here, We see the goal is on the right-hand side of the robot, so let's use a turn right and 2 move forward steps for the last ball. It's time to pick up the last ball and increase the value of ball by 1. This time we are copying the change block and pasting it. Now we are 1 step away from the goal. Let's take move forward and display the value of red balls by taking the display block with variable red balls. Here we go, let's run the code. Wow! We have successfully passed the mission. Let's move ahead to the next one. Mission number 6 is to display the number of red and green balls after driving the robot to its goal. There are some points to remember. 1. We have to use 2 variables. First for red balls and second for green balls. 2. Update the correct variable depending on the color of the ball the robot picks up. Here we have a hint that we can use multiple display commands and display the color of the ball using string block before displaying the number. So the very first thing we will do is set the red ball to 0. Likewise, set the green ball value to 0 in the beginning. Here we are initializing the value of a variables to 0. Now robot has to take a step by using move forward block and pick up the very first ball by using pickup object block. Now it's time to increment the value of red ball variable by using the change block. As we can see, next ball is 3 steps away. So we will take 3 move forward steps. When we reach there now, we have to increment the count of green ball by using the change block. As we increase the count, but before that remember we should pick up the object, so let's take pickup object block. Now, let's move forward by 1 step and take the left turn. Now, the next ball is 1 step away, so let's move forward and increment the green ball by 1. Here, I am copying the change block and pasting it. But we need to pick up the object before using the change block. Now, let's move forward as we have red ball. So pick up the red ball and increase the count by taking the change block. We can even copy and paste the change green ball block. From the arrow that's present next to the green ball, we can change the green ball to red ball, because we want to increment the count of red balls. Same steps for the last red ball. Let's move forward, pick up the object, and increment the value by 1. Now, the last move forward to reach the goal. It's time to display the number of red balls and green balls. So we will take display block for that and attach the string block for writing the text. We can also call text block to this block where we write the text. We are writing here red ball number is. Then attaching the red ball variable with another display block. We want to display the text as well as count. So, the count of red balls is present in the red ball variable. Let's repeat the same thing for green ball by copying pasting it and change the text from red to green. Now copying the display block that is showing the count of balls. Let's change that also to green ball variable. Finally, let's run the code. Here, display the red ball number is 3 and green ball number is 2. Amazing, we have successfully displayed the exact count of red and green balls. We have done with this topic. Thanks for watching. Bye, see you in the next video.